Alright, today we're going to be going over 10 things in Identity 5 that I think need to be changed in 2023. I made a similar video to this about a year ago, and most of the stuff that I covered actually did get changed, and a few of the solutions that I recommended actually did get implemented. So let's see if I can pull out my crystal ball and look a little bit into the future. Okay, so the first thing that I think needs to be added to the game desperately is custom loading screens. Now, I know we technically already have these during crossover events, but I think we should be able to purchase these in the shop and just change and swap around the loading screen whenever. I bring this idea up all the time when I stream here on YouTube. My chat will tell you they get very sick of me saying this, but we need that. It would be so cool to be able, even if it's not like, you know, extra ones that they make for that, if you're just able to purchase the crossover loading screen while it's happening and then, you know, be able to use that as much as you want or swap back. Dude, the original, like, you know, glass shattering, it gets boring after a while. This would be such a good change. I don't understand why they haven't done this yet. Alright, the next thing that needs to be added is a search settings button. Like, I don't know how many of you go through and just like kind of scroll through the settings trying to find one specific thing, and there's just a million different options that you can choose from, and like that's great. Like, it's nice that you can customize the game to that level, but it would be really lovely. I mean, especially if you're in the general area, you have to scroll down for like, you know, 30-40 seconds to even reach the bottom of the screen. It would be really nice if there was just like a search thing and you could type in something that you wanted. That would just make trying to flip one specific setting so much easier. Now, a setting that would also be really nice to have is something that would just force default skins on everybody that you match with. Like, I hear it from all the time from people in my chat. Yeah, I experience it myself all the time. It's like fancy S skins and accessories can make your game lag really badly. Like the Ivan skin for Axe Boy is a good example. Like, literally tank frames when I play against that skin. It would just be really nice to be like, okay, everybody is a default skin, so I don't have to worry about like these stupid, you know, fancy effects if my device can't handle it. It would also be really nice if there was a setting that allowed you to hide all of these dumb red circles telling you that you have something new in an area. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot sleep at night if my account has those red circles anywhere. And sometimes it's things that I really don't care about, but I have to go all the way out of my way to click on it because it's annoying. Please let us suppress them. It would also be absolutely fantastic if the echoes in the shop were listed at your region's currency. Like, I'm Canadian, so when that says $50 USD, it's actually $70. That $30 package is actually $40. It's really annoying when I'm trying to purchase stuff. It would also be really nice when buying furniture for your room if you could like place it in your room in the edit lobby thing. Even if it doesn't save inside of your room, it would be nice to just be able to like see it where you want to actually place it without having to kind of guess what it's going to look like when you actually put it there. In addition to that, it would also be really nice if the game saved if you were interacting with the furniture or not. I don't understand why it doesn't do this, because it saves your position in the room. I don't understand why it can't also be like, oh, this player was riding the unicorn or whatever. It doesn't make that much sense. Okay, this one, it actually shocks me that this hasn't been fixed yet, but it would be really amazing if we could see, like, the drops of rank treasures without having to save a rank treasure. Like, when I get a rank treasure, I just, you know, whatever, open it while I'm waiting in the lobby for a match. It would be great if I didn't have to keep one on me at all times to check what the rewards were. Okay, I don't really know how many people play customs, so maybe this will be a little bit not super relevant to that many people, but it would be really nice if you could exclude or just choose what maps you wanted to be in the random map rotation for custom matches. Because if you want a random map, you have to, you know, take the chance of getting, you know, the evil ones like White Sand, Dark Woods, Golden Cave. You run the risk of getting those maps in your rotation as well. Or if you just wanted to play in like 3 of the main maps, you know, you could just add those to the random rotation. It would be so nice if you could just do that. Alright, and I've saved the most important one for last. The biggest thing that I think desperately needs to be fixed in Identity 5 in the coming year is what happens when somebody goes AFK during a match. Oh my god, is it ever annoying for both parties when this happens. Like, I've been on both sides of the fence with this. Because the game is occasionally unstable, I've been disconnected in the middle of the match. Completely not my fault, the game just taking, just being bad, basically. And then I come back, and even if I do well coming back, like, I've had this happen, where I disconnect, get downed, like, come back, I get rescued from the chair, and I completely, rebound kite, and we end up still winning the game. Like, I've had that happen, and after the match ends, I still lose a bunch of points, even though it wasn't my fault for disconnecting in the first place, and then even after that I carried the match. The game still is like, you lose a bunch of points. And it's super frustrating. And it's also frustrating for the people that are in the match and you have someone that disconnects, because when someone disconnects, they're replaced with a bot for a little bit. It's not actually that good of a bot, but it's still something. But then if the bot goes away after a while, like, the bot isn't there permanently, the person just completely disconnects and is out of the game. Like, I'm sorry, I've had this situation happen to me as well, where it's like, we were gonna win the game still, but the bot from a person that disconnected just left. It went away. It completely just went out of the game. And because of that, the hunter was able to pressure the last cipher enough where we couldn't get it done. And we ended up getting a 3-survivor elimination instead of a draw or a win, because the AFKs detection system, like, decided to just take away our third player. Like, you're basically playing a 3v1 at that point. And because someone's probably already dead, it turns it into a 2v1, which is basically impossible to do much with. So that really, really needs to get changed desperately. Anyways, that's going to do it for my list. We'll see how I did this year at predicting what the biggest issues with the game are, and we'll see if any of them actually end up getting fixed. I think most of them at least will, because I think, that they're fairly prevalent issues, but we'll still have to wait and see. If you have any other things that you think maybe I should have said in this video, definitely leave a comment down below. I would love to hear it, and yeah, I'll try to respond to everybody. Also, go and subscribe if you made it this far. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, I have to get a photographer badge, so yeah, if you want to see me torture myself doing that, click the red button. It's free. But anyway, apart from that, I have a Discord bot all about Identity 5 that you can invite in the description, and that's about it.